Recently, Super Falcons coach Randy Wardrum released some provisional squad concerning that team, but later he actually reconsidered his decision by adding some while dropping some. We'll be starting on that note concerning Super Falcons of Nigeria. They will be playing at the Alcon, that is the Women's Cup of Nations that will be coming up in Morocco. But as it is, the coach actually did a revised 32-man list, talking about the ladies now, where he has changed some players, he has removed some, and actually added some. Now we'll be starting on that particular story, talking about the Super Falcons. Now, I am Adeni Ajishafe, welcoming you on the show 360 Sport on Trust TV. Well, I have with me this evening Olawale Peters. Good to have you.
Good evening, Adeni. It's my pleasure to be back.
Okay, good. Let's look at the ladies, the squad list that Coach Randy Wardrum actually released just yesterday. It came out that some players, the likes of Gift Monday, did so well at the Super 6, and her name was not included earlier on, but right now she has been added. Let's start from the goalkeeping department. Let's start from the goalkeepers. Now, we have Chiamaka Nadozie, Tochukwu Eluehi, Rita Akereko, who played for Nasarawa Amazons, Yewande Balogun of Coppermine United in USA. You have Maccabi Kishronot of Israel. That's where Tochukwu Eluehi actually applied her trade. Those are the 4 goalkeepers invited provisionally. Now, for the defenders now, we have players like Chidima Okoeke, who has just been added. She's on attached. She's back to Nigeria. She left her club from over there in Madrid, but now she's back here in Nigeria. Gloria Ogbona, Santa Teresa, Onome Ebi, Osinachi Ohale, Ugochie Menayo, Ashley Plumter of Leicester City. You have Nicole Payne, Michelle Alozie, and you have Akudo Ogbona of Edo Queens there. In the midfield, you have midfielders now quickly. Let's look at the midfielders where you have Peace Efa, who plays for Kayat Gat in Israel, Amanda Ujumbadi, Halimatu Ayinde, Escriptuna United in Sweden, Charity Adule, Tony Oyedupe Payne, Regina Otu, Christy Uchebe, Rashidat Ajibade, Rita Chukwelu, and Suliat Abidin, who plays for Edo Queens. We are seeing more, some home base here in the forward. That's the strikers now. Let's look at the fact that we have Asista Oshuala still there, Uchene Khan, who played for Tigris Feminine in Mexico, Ifeoma Numenu, who played for Gotham City FC over there in USA, Chiwendu Uhezuo, Chinoyerem Marklins has been added to that team. She plays for Gonik Lesnar of Poland. You have Vivian Ikechukwu, who played for Jintra in Lithuania, Desire Paranoze, and you have Francesca Odega. Gift Monday, Bielsa Queens has just been added, and they dropped Anam Imo from that squad. If you consider all this list now, maybe we should take it from the defenders now. The goalkeepers remain intact. The 4 of them were invited, and still the 4 are there. From the defenders to the midfield to the forward. We'll have the defenders now. Well, Chidima Okeke has been added to that squad. And a lot of people are like, okay, good one. At least you know why you brought this lady to add to this particular team.
Okay, and I think it's a very good one. And to me, we should give credit to Aishat Falode because she was very vocal when Gift Monday was omitted from the list. And that is why when you have people that understand the game of football, they will have a point to prove without emotion or sentiment that Gift Monday, during the Aisha competition, she was the highest goal scorer. During the just concluded Super 6, highest goal scorer. And we are talking about developing our football from the grassroots, from the home league. So what stopped you as a coach not to include her? She made a submission based on merit. And that is one thing also about the Oyinbo people. Let me put it that way.
Of course,
once they make a mistake, they are ready to accept, own it up, and reverse their decision. Unlike we in Nigeria and Africa, once we make a decision, strong edge, that I'm in charge, I will not do anything.
I won't change this.
I won't change anything. So
if I change it to look as if I actually bow to pressure.
Or, you know, most people, they have this ego that it look as if I don't know what I'm doing. It's not about you don't know what you are doing. We are not, nobody's an island of knowledge. We are bound to make mistakes. That is why you have people to checkmate our activities. And that was what she did.
And the coach actually,
looked at it based on merit and, truly,
this lady deserves to be here.
She deserves to be there. It's provisional list. So let her come and compete with others. So it's a very good one and a very good development. Why also, if you look at all the four spheres of the football team, I'm talking about from the goalkeeping to the defender, midfielder and attackers. We have at least one home-based player each. So we have 5 home-based players plus the unattached that is going there. Now from the 5, if 2 or 3 can prove themselves, or all of them can prove themselves, that's what we call fair hearing. They'll be there. So a very good development. I'm sincerely happy when I heard about this news. So we should also take a look, that is the reason why I'll continue saying that our Super Falcons, they are still the most successful and most decorated national team in the history of this country. So they deserve a lot of attention, a lot of reward and concentration. But they don't giving us the joy.
And just look at how prepared they are. AFCON is going to be in July.
Yeah.
Now they'll be going to camp, right? They'll be camping for 2 weeks from June 18. Now they've released their list. Get ready, ladies. We are moving. We are camping ahead of this competition that is coming up in Morocco. We want to make sure we defend because we know we are playing Botswana, Burundi, South Africa. Let's plan ahead, and this is good.
I don't really understand, sincerely, but I don't.
Why we don't really give them?
I don't want to be talking about the Super Eagles again. They are not only camping 2 weeks before the time. They are going to Morocco, where they want to acclimatize with the weather, with the situation, with the food and everything. So that means they don't have any reason to fail. No distraction, nothing. Unlike our Super Eagles, we just finished playing Mexico. We are playing Ecuador. We'll come back and play Sierra Leone. 2 or 3 days later, we'll play Mauritius. And they just appointed the coach about a month ago. Who does that? And we're expecting a result.
And the funness is the fact that the kind of attention, despite the fact that even the Eagles are saying, okay, we are not getting the attention we deserve. I just wish the Eagles can actually quantify the kind of attention they get compared to other, let me use the word other, maybe other sports and also Super Falcons. The attention they give Super Eagles alone, if you can channel maybe even 30% of it to other sports in Nigeria, the attention that football gets, aside football, the Super Eagles, the attention they get, if you can channel just 30% to other sports and also give much attention to Super Falcons, who knows? It will be greater than this.
I think it's high time we have to do that. But they are just attention seeker. That is just it. They will come, they want everybody to be shouting after them, hailing their names. What are you giving in return? Just like you said. Let's take a look at the attention given to them in terms of support, money, and the passion people have for the game of football, especially the Super Eagles, and what are they giving us in return? Let's do a calculation of return on investment that we've done on Super Eagles alone. In fact, all of them, we have to even look for how to recover some of the money we paid that they should pay us back. Sincerely. So the attention we're not saying that they should take attention away from them, 100%. But we have a team also representing the country, making the country proud. Let's give them the same attention so that it won't look as if it's because they are female. That's how you are treating them. Look at what happened to them when they went for this competition at the airport. Can they try 5% of that?
Nobody can do that with Super Eagles.
All of them will tell you that they don't want to play again.
Just look at what happened.
Maltreated.
Just look at what happened. Look at this friendly. How many of them are pulled out? Just to prove a point or the other.
One reason or the other. Those people that pull out, I've said it before. We can go around Kano, Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Maiduguri. We will get standard players that will represent this country.
All we need to do is just calm them. Let them just be together for a while. We can go places.
That is it.
Now, somebody raised a particular issue that why are we so attached to this so-called, Super Eagles? Yes. How come that it has to be this particular set of players? We have other players. That all we need to do is bring this player. All they need to do is to gel. Let them be together for a while. They will work together. Even if we take home-based players together, camp them. In the next 3 months, they will understand one another. And if you don't want to do home-based alone, if you mix them with foreign-based and home-based, and don't call this particular set of players. Someone now said, okay, they seem to be the best. The other guy was like, no, they are not the best in Nigeria. It's just because of the politics that has to do with it. On a normal good day, Nigeria will have enough set of players that can play for this country. We will not even mention these guys. All we need to do is to have patience with them. We cannot expect results immediately, but by the time they stay together for 3 months, 4 months, we'll be getting the best result. And this guy will be ready to play. Not the one that they already made, maybe they've made money, but I keep saying it. Well, no matter how rich they are, Messi and Ronaldo, I'm sure Messi and Ronaldo's salary per year can get all the Super Eagles paid for for 2-3 years.
No, 2-3 years, okay. For 5-6 years.
So, what's the what are we talking about? Oh, they are the big boys. They are the.
No, it's not their fault. It is our fault. It is our fault in the sense that we allow it to happen. If we want to play and we say, okay, now we are playing against Sierra Leone, we have some player that if you ask me today, if they want to play against Sierra Leone at Abuja Stadium,
they will face them.
We should even tell them that we don't want you. Let's start doing that. Don't let it look as if they are doing us a favor. We are doing them a favor. Without them being a Nigerian first, they cannot be where they are today. If you take that citizenship of Nigerian away from them, they won't be where they are today. So they have to respect this country and be ready to give to the country what the country has given to them. That is why you have you see the likes of Messi, Ronaldo, and what have you. They will die for their country. And they do this without even being paid. They don't even need the money. How much do you want to pay them? How much do you want to pay them?
A player that buy a Rolex for his teammate, buy this, buy that, they have the money.
So that is what we need to look into also. We should look for players that are hungry. Barcelona, when he came back, it said something about the Flying Eagles that won the WAFU B competition, that most of these players, they are hungry for success. That is why they are able to give it out. So you should look at people that are hungry for success. Not those that believe that they've already arrived, that they are doing us a favor.
Funny enough.
They'll be playing as if you are begging them.
Then you look at them in their club.
Play.
They want to die for their club.
Definitely.
Agreed. Yes, some say, okay, maybe because if anything happens to them, they will not be taken care of. But really, I still keep saying it. Why do they want to play for Nigeria?
Because they want to get a record.
So if you know you cannot, then let's pick players. The friendly we play against Mexico. Even though a lot of Nigeria couldn't work because it was early morning, but if you watch that game, the home base that was fielded, they showed their class.
Yes.
They distinguish the reason why we are top scorer or defender or midfielder in Nigerian league. So who says if we decide to keep these boys together for 3 months, home base player, just garnish them with maybe 2 or 3 serious ones among them, we can actually win. And African football is different.
That's the reason why I said we going for the Nations Cup shouldn't be our priority. Our priority is to have a team in place, because the time we have to play the qualifiers is not really enough for us. Let's even take the risk. What risk can we take that? What will happen if we do not qualify for the Nations Cup? Nothing, because World Cup we didn't qualify. It has happened before that we didn't even go to the Nations Cup to defend our title.
Yes.
For 2 consecutive periods, we didn't qualify. So let's now take this risk by, okay, the Nations Cup that we are going, I'm going to use 100% home-based players. Let all the foreign-based players, let them sit down, concentrate in their club, wherever they are. Let's use 100% home-based player. And let's see what is going to happen. Let's see if we're going to have a team or we not have a team. If that happens, you now see them being the one lobbying that they want to come and play for the country. Sincerely, we should just look at the risk involved. Okay, what's the worst that can happen to us? We will not qualify for the Nations Cup. I'm ready to take that risk, but I want to have a team.
In fact, double team.
Double team. So what do I need to do? Let me start using the home-based players. We have them in the country. We camp them. What does it take us to camp them? Do an open camp in all the 6 geopolitical zones. Do the camp, open it, let people come in and do whatever they need to do. So that is what I think we really need to do in this country. But the area of them just making it look as if they are the one doing us a favor. If without them, we cannot survive, we can survive without them.
We have been talking concerning the Super Eagles, although the story of Super Falcon actually led to that. Really, we need to give more attention to those ladies, what they are doing. Look at the Falconet, the Flamingos, another sport. Recently, we know what our wrestlers did, the weightlifters, talk about volleyball, basketball, handball, so many sports that we can actually shed little from the attention that we give to Super Eagles. Majority of them strolling into that camp and making it look as if without them we can do nothing. We have so many talented players, even abroad, that are uncalled. And if we feature these guys, they will go play because they are hungry for glory. It's high time we begin to look at how we run things in this country. Now let's move away from football. Let's talk about tennis now. This time around, the 2 giants will be fighting out tonight at the French Open tennis. Rafael Nadal, Novak Djokovic, the 2 players are actually ready. Novak Djokovic versus Rafael Nadal, a big one in the quarterfinal of Roland Garros, where it will be happening live. We're looking at the statistics of these 2 players. players. Well, so far, you have Djokovic winning 20 Grand Slams, Nadal 21. French Open titles, well, it has been King Nadal that has dominated that with 13 wins. And you have Djokovic has only won twice. But head-to-head, he has won 30, while Nadal won 28 head-to-head. But looking at these two guys tonight, is another, you're going to be hearing, whenever they play. So it's coming from Nadal. But it's going to be a night game. And people are looking at Nadal prefers day game. But whatever it is, tonight it's been a while we've seen their.
Okay, I think there's no need to give any one of them excuse the reason why they wouldn't win. And if you look at them, they are the two giants that they want to play this time around. And nobody can predict who is going to win, because if you look at the head-to-head, 30 to 28. So that means it's very close. Too close to call. What do they really need? It has to do with your mindset. It has to do with, and it's a game of strength also. If you have played lawn tennis before, you see them just doing, you'll be asking yourself, why are they doing, They're not doing, It's because they are using their strength. Energy to do what? To do it, and strategically. Some people, like Nadal now, is very good when it comes to serving. If he gets you from the serving, then you've lost it.
And also on clay courts.
So what you need to do is you have to be ready to take the service. So that is the strategy involved in it. So it's going to be a very good one. But to me, if you ask who's going to take the day, I'll just enjoy the good game between the two giants.
You just enjoyed it. Great. Well, looking at Nadal and Novak Djokovic, both of them have been fantastic when it comes to this sport called tennis. Well, Federer, for a while now, due to injury and age, is actually slowing down. But we know that it has been the three-man running. It has been three-man horse race, as we call them, for Rafael Nadal, not forgetting Novak Djokovic, and also Federer. Well, from the way it is right now, it's going so well. And we just have to appreciate the fact that the two men have been showing their class when it comes to tennis. But tonight, Rafael Nadal, the Spaniard, and Novak Djokovic from Serbia, who wins this particular game. Attention is on it. Worldwide, it's like UEFA Champions League of tennis. That's going to happen tonight between the fans of Nadal and the fans of Novak Djokovic. Let's see who wins this particular game. A good one there to see those two men, and the homie coming from Nadal. We wait to see that. And now, quickly, we talk about some story. But right now, football is actually over when it comes to league in Europe, but transfer news here and there. Let's talk about a particular player. This time around is a Nigerian called Osimhen. Sissoko urging Juventus to go for Victor Osimhen, because right now he looks else. He just look around and he said the best player he's looking for now for Juventus to get should be the player called Victor Osimhen. Well, this player has been very, very scintillating for Napoli since his move, and it's as if other clubs are gone in, Newcastle, Arsenal, this and that, but the man from Juventus, a former player, is saying, go for this guy, he can do it.
Okay, to me, I don't think Napoli are ready to let him go. Now, if you look at the amount they put now, they've increased it to £110 million now.
So they are waiting off.
They are waking up, and they also put a clause that whoever is interested in Osimhen, they have to submit their request on or before July 7th.
That's true.
So that means they are putting a condition that may be difficult. And also, if you look at it, not that they are putting a condition that will be difficult. Now, if you have the money to buy him, and they are playing in the Champions League next season, and you take their main striker out, and the league will start in August, Champions League will start in September. So if you don't submit by that July 7 or 8, it will affect them also, because you take their own main striker out. So they have to start looking for where to get a replacement for him. So probably that is why they said, okay, by July 7th, you should submit your... And from all the teams that are going for him, now, Arsenal, just take them out. Arsenal cannot buy a player for $110 million.
Even 50 now, they'll be like, it's huge.
And if they do that one, probably they'll just be feeding 8 players and say, Osimhen,
come and play for the remaining
4 players. That may happen in Arsenal.
Oh my goodness.
Newcastle, they have the money. They can spend the money. But will Osimhen be ready to leave Napoli, where he'll be playing Champions League, to go to Newcastle, where they will even struggle to be among the top 4 or top 6 or top 8 in the Premier League? So that one too is kind of out of it. And for Juventus, would they be able to pay that money? And with the financial rule of FIFA now, that you have to spend what you make as a football club? Would they be ready to do that one? So that's why I said earlier that I don't think Napoli, they want to release him. They want, okay, no problem, you want to take him, come and take him. But these are my conditions. If you are ready to meet it, fine. If you are not ready to meet it,
stay back.
Stay back. But to me, I think it should still continue where he is right now. If it doesn't
after all,
it's better to be where you are as a king than to go to unknown place and become
a chief.
Definitely.
I just have to remain there. Victor Osimhen, a big advice coming from Olawale Peters there. It's better for you to stay where you are a king than go to although the ball has gone, but you just have to be careful moving around all these clubs. At time you get there, things might just didn't work out the way you plan it. Still talking about transfer stories now. A man that has been calling, at least he's been talking tough that he wants to leave Allianz Arena. His name is Lewandowski. Well, he has been advised by the CEO of Bayern Munich, Oliver Kahn. Oliver Kahn is telling him public statement don't get you anywhere. That's how it actually sounded with serious concern coming from Oliver Kahn. Well, he has been there as a goalkeeper. You know what is at stake, but Lewandowski still have a contract with Bayern till next year, but he's saying it's better for him to leave now. He has won everything. He wants to leave. His mind is no longer with Bayern, and also Bayern, he has won everything. He wants to move to Barcelona, and from the way it is, his mind is off. But the club are saying you have a contract with us till next year, and we won't mind not selling anything, selling you on a free, but we don't mind.
Okay, let me take it from the Nigerian adage that says you can force a horse to the river. Can you force the horse to drink water?
No.
It's not possible. They can force him to stay, but they cannot force the kind of output and the performance he will give to Bayern Munich. I still don't know the reason why.
They force players to stay.
You are forcing a player that has done so well, so much for you. Sincerely, no matter what, Lewandowski has been very, very, very good to the success of Bayern Munich for the past 4 or 5 years.
So at least they need to...
there's nothing wrong in looking at, oh, he has done well for us. If this is his own wish also, let's do that so that he can part in a very good way. He's 33 years old already. So by that next year, he's going to be 34.
They want to finish him before he leaves.
They shouldn't allow the situation of Bale to happen.
Harry Kane
to happen. So he has only 1 year. Okay, we'll just look at it that, okay, no problem. I'm going to stay within that 1 year. You're not going to get the best out of me.
He's not happy. He won't be happy at all.
You won't give him the best. And this guy, he has won everything. Not that you have scarcity of striker in the labor market. We have Sadio Mane, for example.
That is coming to you.
That is ready to leave Liverpool. Why don't you just look at a deal though? Okay, let's talk to Liverpool. We want to, Sadio Mane wants to leave. Talk to the agent. Let's do a swap. Let Lewandowski, I'm taking you to Liverpool. Mane, you come to Bayern Munich. You want to leave. So if the issue is now, okay, no, you can't choose for me where I want to go to, you can address that also. But it's not really good
to force a
player against their wish to play for. We've seen it. Lescott, we've seen what happened when he was in Everton. And he wanted to leave. They said, no, you cannot leave to Manchester City. He scored 2 home goals. And after that, they have to call him back. Okay, what's the problem? Let's resolve it. And he left. So I think even for the fact that Lewandowski has been very, very, very good on moral ground, Bayern Munich should allow him to go.
It is better they let him go so that he can enjoy himself and also give his best. After all, you don't have to force him to stay, citing the example of Harry Kane and Gareth Bale. Well, from the way it is right now, Lewandowski will be in a tug of war against Bayern Munich if everything doesn't go well, just because of the fact that he's been talking tough that he wants to leave that club. And if everything goes well, maybe he'll be able to move to new camp for next season if everything actually go well with that player there. Now, let's talk about another one, a defender, very young boy that plays with Ajax. His name is Julian Timber. Timber right now is interested in Manchester United. They are ready to talk with his agent, and already they begin talks to sign him for at least, it is valued at £43 million. That is the valuation. But they want to get him. After all, he was his former coach. They know what he can do, and he's bringing him down to Old Trafford.
Okay, maybe that will solve the problem they have with Maguire.
That would be nice. I'm sure.
Sincerely, because they need that strength and pace that he has in their team. Because Manchester United also, this season, they scored 58 goals. They conceded 58 goals.
So no difference.
So it's like 0. So that, and this season is their worst season in terms of goal conceded. They've never considered 58 goals before. And with the amount of money they spent in buying players, especially the defenders. So the high time for them is to do what? To beef up their defense. Sincerely. So I think it will be a very good one. And coming from a coach that have played with him, that knows him very well, that look at the squad that they have currently at Manchester United, and looking at, oh, if I bring him in, he'll be able to fit in where we are lacking. I think it's very cheap, as far as I'm concerned. So I don't think that should be a problem for Manchester United.
And if he can come in, it will actually, little by little, it will edge out Harry. If he can move in.
Without what happen in England?
It can happen if he performs very well. If the Timber actually, Timber is way to perform well.
Timber is doing very well, but a mistake from Timber, the English press will make it look as if
Oh my goodness.
We know it now.
The hype.
The hype will just be too much. Even though that Maguire is an English player, do you think
he will have been gone?
Do you think he will still be playing in the Premiership?
Not at all.
Not at all. Look at the amount of money they bought in. Just like Declan Rice also, that West Ham also, £150 million.
Not forgetting Jack Grealish.
Jack Grealish.
Well,
100 million with 4 goals in the season.
Oh my goodness. Just have to talk about it because it's always very hype, kind of with the way English press take this player. But now the last on the log has to do with Saka. Bukayo Saka could be moving to Liverpool if he goes well. According to Jose Enrique, he's saying, well, Saka to Liverpool is a big possibility because they'll be eyeing him. And if Arsenal are not careful, they've actually come for this player. They really want to get him. And if Sadio Mane moves, they might actually move for Saka too. That's a team that knows what they want.
Yeah, it's a big possibility, but not this season. And that's the truth. Because he's the highest goal scorer this season.
They won't release him. So they will do everything possible to hold him down.
They'll do everything possible to hold him down. It's like the old Saka is the only player in Arsenal that played every game. So that's why towards the end of the league, he became tired. Because how old is he? 20 years old. And to play about 60-something matches. So I don't think it's really fair on him. So for Arsenal to let Saka go, Kai,
they will finish themselves.
It's more like mission impossible.
I like the way you actually added that outside there. That kind shows that really don't dare you. Don't go there.
No. Don't go there at all.
Good one there. We've been having a nice time in the studio talking sport on 360 Sport on Trust TV. It's been a wonderful time with Olawale Peters. Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure being here.
Good one there. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Keep doing sport. It's fitness and business. Thanks for watching.